Now you say that we're at the fourth substage. That most.
That's why we really haven't got the soul yet. Now, the Mahatma Letters says that we haven't even got a soul yet. Now, I don't like to let that pass. It's too disconcerting. So I say we have the soul potentially. That's why I make a distinction between soul one and soul two. We have the soul of the group soul thing that we're learning to individuate, and when that's completed, it'll be soul two and be on the sixth substage.
Well, what does that say about, say, reincarnation, Arthur? I mean, are we reincarnated, and if so, what is it that persists? What is the substance that persists between us if we haven't yet developed the soul?
Well, I have to say it does persist, but we're not appreciating it, you see. And this is why the karma is somewhat compulsive. Suppose, I mean, they always take the example of somebody that was an executioner or something, did something cruel to others, and then in his next life he wants to balance the budget, so some other people are cruel to him. But in a sense, that's such a compulsive thing. It's almost like electricity. I mean, there's nothing much you can do about it. But when you got fully evolved, you wouldn't have to do that compulsive eye for an eye, tooth for tooth balancing. You would somehow appreciate your lesson, not have to take a whole lifetime to push it the other way or something.
You wouldn't get that kind of divine retribution sense.
Right. Because it's said by those who talk about these things that karma can be changed very quickly. You just that beautiful story about Jack Swartz, who was being beaten by a Gestapo or something, and he looked up and said, "I love you." And the other guy just collapsed, the one who was beating him. But Jack Swartz was clairvoyant from that point on. He'd made a quantum jump in his evolution. He might have gone he would have beaten the other person in his next life and so on, but realizing that this doesn't have to go on, saves him from the compulsive nature. And I think that's what our evolution is, to free ourselves from compulsions.